Welcome back to our top 10 list of jet skis and personal watercraft for first-time riders and anyone new to the sport for 2025. There is a range of new models as well as some old favourites across the Sea-Doo, Yamaha WaveRunner and Kawasaki jet ski lineups. With more than 50 jet skis to choose from across the three major brands, deciding which one to buy can be daunting. In this video, we will go through the pros and cons and key differences of various models in the market and cover a range of skis to suit every budget, listing the latest prices in US and Australian dollars. Let's get started. As we do each year, before we roll through our top 10 list from the smallest to the largest and from the cheapest to the dearest, let's quickly recap warranty coverage. As this video was published, in the US all three brands have a 1-year warranty. In Australia, Sea-Doo offers a 2-year warranty as standard and 3-year coverage during special promotions. Yamaha WaveRunners in Australia have 2-year coverage, but the warranty extends to 3 years when the craft is serviced within the Yamaha dealer network. Kawasaki Jet Ski has the best warranty in the business with industry-leading 5-year coverage in Australia. When buying a new jet ski in other countries, please check with your local distributor. Another quick recap, most personal watercraft manufacturers recommend routine maintenance such as an oil, filter and spark plug change every 12 months or 100 hours of operation, whichever comes first. However, some skis require routine maintenance every 50 hours or 12 months, whichever comes first. Before you buy, be sure to check the cost and schedule of routine maintenance with your local watercraft dealer. As we've mentioned in our previous top 10 videos, none of these skis are designed to keep you dry when having fun on the water, though some are better than others at deflecting splash. Before we get started, it's worth noting there are essentially 3 sizes of jet ski or personal watercraft, and they tend to get more expensive and more comfortable to ride as they get bigger. Sea-Doo and Yamaha have 3 sizes of watercraft, small, medium and large. Kawasaki has medium and large. While most of these watercraft are 3-seaters, they're more controllable and more comfortable to ride solo, especially in choppy conditions. On smooth water such as rivers and lakes, you could ride with 2 or 3 people on board. However, be mindful that because of the extra weight, fuel consumption will increase and you'll need to be cautious when turning or need to take a broader arc so you don't offload any passengers. While it might sound like fun, you can seriously injure a passenger or yourself if you fall off or get ejected. So please take care, especially while you're coming to grips with the handling of your new ski, and go for a decent ride by yourself first before taking on any passengers. As with our previous annual top 10 lists, we've selected non-supercharged skis because they're fast enough already, more fuel efficient than supercharged models, and are a great way to get into the sport. First up, Sea-Doo Spark and Sea-Doo Spark Trixx, both of which fit in the small or sport category. This is the 4th year running we've included the Sea-Doo Spark and Spark Trixx in our top 10. When the original Spark launched a decade ago, it brought jet skis to an affordable price point never seen before in the segment. The Spark Trixx can ride on its tail at the press of a button, which is surprisingly easy to do after a few attempts. This is the 2nd year the new generation Spark and Spark Trixx have been on sale, replacing the original model that ran for 10 years. Sea-Doo has completely redesigned the top deck for the new model, which came out in 2024 and is now running as a 2025 model with some colour and trim changes. Compared to the original model, the new Spark and Spark Trixx have a fresh design, more storage space, more functionality and a heap of cool accessories such as mounting points for GoPro action cameras and clip-on fenders to stop the Spark from getting scratched when tied to a dock. The Spark engine carries over from the old model, a perky yet efficient 900cc 3-cylinder available with 60 horsepower or 90 horsepower. And the hull is also the same as before, so the new Spark is still as nimble as ever. Here are the Australian prices for the 2025 Sea-Doo Spark and Sea-Doo Spark Trixx. The regular Spark model is available as a 2-seater or a 3-seater, and the Spark Trixx, the model that can ride on its tail, is available as a single-seater or a 3-seater. Here are the US prices. Wherever you are buying from, please check the prices with your local dealer. The Sea-Doo Spark continues to make it onto our top 10 list because it is a great way into the sport, extremely easy to maneuver, and will help you develop basic skills on the water. Sea-Doo has also introduced a range of new accessories with this model, so buyers can really get the most out of this craft. Downsides: this is a wet ride. And although the Spark is incredibly fuel efficient, the fuel tank is small, so riding range is limited. And although the Spark is available as a 1, 2 or 3-seater, depending on the model, it's best suited to riding solo. Next up, the new Yamaha JetBlaster series. Yamaha is about to challenge the hugely popular Sea-Doo Spark and Spark Trixx head-on in the affordable end of the jet ski market with its strongest lineup of entry models to date. Think it looks familiar? As the saying goes, if you can't beat them, join them. The new Yamaha JetBlaster series uses similar materials and design themes as the Sea-Doo Spark range. It is completely new for 2025 and replaces the previous Yamaha EX model lineup. While the JetBlaster name was most recently used on the performance option in the previous EX lineup, the JetBlaster name now applies to an entire model series with a range of capabilities. There are now up to 6 JetBlaster variants, 2 which have a new stunt mode that enables the craft to ride on its tail and point its nose in the air for extended periods of time, and more vertically than the previous JetBlaster, to bring its capability closer to the Sea-Doo Spark Trixx. While the US gets 6 JetBlaster models, Australia gets 4, 2 with stunt mode and 2 without. The 2 Yamaha JetBlaster models that can ride on their tail are called the JetBlaster Pro and are available as a 2-seater or a 3-seater. While the length of the top deck for all JetBlaster models is the same, 3-seater versions of the new JetBlaster get a longer seat and longer sponsons to handle the weight of extra riders. Regular versions of the JetBlaster offered in Australia are the base model simply called JetBlaster, which is a 2-seater, and the luxury JetBlaster Deluxe, which is a 3-seater. The US market gets these same 4 JetBlaster models, plus customers in the US also get the choice of a JetBlaster Deluxe 2-seater and the top-end JetBlaster Limited, which is a 3-seater loaded with accessories that are optional on other JetBlaster models. Here are the prices for the 2025 Yamaha JetBlaster series in Australia. And here are the prices in the US. All prices are for the ski only and exclude additional costs such as trailer and registration. While these prices were accurate when this video was published, be sure to check with your local Yamaha WaveRunner dealer. All models in the new JetBlaster series have a completely new top deck and hull. The top deck is now constructed from reinforced polypropylene, or plastic, similar to the material that Sea-Doo calls Polytech. Figures show the weight savings on the new Yamaha models are minimal. However, there are likely some manufacturing cost savings with the new material. Yamaha says the use of plastic for the top deck enabled designers to come up with unique shapes and a hollow centre section similar to the Sea-Doo Spark layout. The new JetBlaster is the biggest change to the Yamaha WaveRunner lineup since the current generation Yamaha FX arrived in 2019. The new JetBlaster hull is slightly wider and slightly shorter than the previous EX, but Yamaha promises it is more agile and even more fun than before. Regular JetBlaster hulls are made from SMC fiberglass for better durability versus Polytech on the Sea-Doo Spark. However, JetBlaster Pro hulls are made from lightweight Nano XL fiberglass. Despite the changes, the overall weight of each new JetBlaster is about the same as the previous equivalent EX model, and about 50 kilograms, or about 110 US pounds, heavier than the equivalent Sea-Doo Spark. The new Yamaha JetBlaster carries over the highly regarded TR1 1050cc 3-cylinder engine from the previous EX series, as well as its 50-litre or 13.2 US gallon fuel tank. This gives the Yamaha an advantage when it comes to power and riding range compared to the Sea-Doo Spark. Regular Yamaha JetBlaster models are equipped with a 90 horsepower version of the TR1 engine, and JetBlaster Pro models have a 110 horsepower version of the same engine. In comparison, the Sea-Doo Spark has a choice of 60 horsepower or 90 horsepower from its 900cc 3-cylinder engine. And the Sea-Doo has a much smaller fuel tank, 30 litres or 7.9 US gallons. Need something a little bigger? The Kawasaki STX 160 is the cheapest ticket into the Kawasaki range. As a medium-sized jet ski, the Kawasaki STX 160 is bigger than the Sea-Doo Spark and Yamaha JetBlaster. Here are the prices for the Kawasaki STX 160 in Australia. Here are the US prices. All models in the STX 160 range are powered by the same 160 horsepower, 1.5 litre 4-cylinder engine. The top of the range STX comes with audio speakers. All models have a massive 78 litre or 20.6 US gallon fuel tank, one of the largest in the jet ski market, so you'll have enough fuel to run all day. The durable SMC fiberglass hull is strong and easy to manoeuvre in choppy conditions. One setback, while Sea-Doo and Yamaha have intuitive reverse triggers, the Kawasaki STX still makes do with an old-school reverse lever, which pulls up like a handbrake on a car and is awkward to use. The STX is the last jet ski on sale today with this old technology. Future updates for this model will include the new reverse trigger introduced with the recently revamped Kawasaki Ultra models. We also hope Kawasaki adds adjustable trim to the STX to give riders the option of bringing the nose up a little, because at the moment the bow of the STX tends to shovel water with its nose and is prone to nose diving when you come off the throttle. The Kawasaki Ultra 160 makes our list again after getting a massive overhaul last year, the biggest change to Kawasaki's non-supercharged flagship in 14 years. The Kawasaki Ultra 160 is a rival to the Sea-Doo GTX 170 and Yamaha FX HO, which also make our list again this year. This latest generation Kawasaki Ultra was introduced as a 2023 model and carried over unchanged, aside from colours, into 2024 and 2025 because it is still so new. While the Kawasaki Ultra hull carries over from 2 decades ago, the top deck is all new and includes extra storage consoles, is available with a 4-speaker audio system on the top model, has a digital display screen, and for the first time on Kawasaki's full-size non-supercharged Ultra, a reverse trigger and adjustable trim. The Kawasaki Ultra LX was previously available in just one specification, but this new generation ski has been split into 2 models, one with and one without speakers, but both come with rear deck extensions. Here's the pricing for the Kawasaki Ultra 160 in Australia. Here is the US pricing. All prices are for the ski only and exclude additional costs such as trailer and registration. While these prices were accurate when this video was published, be sure to check with your local Kawasaki dealer. These prices position the Kawasaki Ultra 160 between the equivalent Sea-Doo GTX 170 and Yamaha FX HO models. All versions of the non-supercharged Kawasaki Ultra range are powered by the same 160 horsepower, 1.5 litre 4-cylinder engine also used in the STX 160. The Kawasaki hull is one of the best in the business and is great at cutting through chop. Made from heavy-duty fiberglass, it's also one of the heaviest. This makes the Kawasaki Ultra thirstier than the equivalent models from Yamaha and Sea-Doo. Other things to be aware of with the Kawasaki Ultra: The bow storage opening is much smaller than it is on a Sea-Doo or Yamaha, which can make it difficult to stow bulky items. And the riding position is not as comfortable on the Kawasaki Ultra if you prefer to ride while standing up, because the handlebars are set too low and too far back. Now for a new entrant on our top 10 list, the Sea-Doo GTI SE 170. This is a mid-sized ski with a powerful yet economical engine, a long list of standard features and some cool options. The GTI SE 170 is powered by the 170 horsepower version of Sea-Doo's non-supercharged 1630cc 3-cylinder Rotax engine. That's a lot of power for a mid-sized ski, plus its dimensions make it easy to manoeuvre at low speeds while still offering reasonable stability when underway. Although it is a 3-seater, we think this craft is better suited to riding solo. It's an easy craft to operate, but as with the rest of the GTI series, it's better suited to calm waters rather than ocean riding or choppy conditions. Thanks to the 70 litre or 18.5 US gallon fuel tank, it has enough range to run all day. The forward and reverse triggers are intuitive to use, and unlike the equivalent Yamaha VX model, the Sea-Doo GTI SE 170 has adjustable trim, so the nose of the ski doesn't turn into a plough in the water. The glove box has a waterproof storage compartment, and the rear deck has Sea-Doo's link accessory attachment points. Depending on the market, the GTI SE 170 comes with Sea-Doo's premium audio system, or the audio is available as an option. Here is the pricing for the 2025 Sea-Doo GTI SE 170 in Australia. Here is the US pricing. The hugely popular Yamaha VX series makes our list again for 2025 because we reckon this ski hits the sweet spot in terms of size, price and capability for a lot of buyers. Most of the changes to the VX for 2025 are colour schemes. However, as with the Yamaha FX and GP model series for 2025, the updated VX Cruiser gains the larger and louder 6.5-inch speakers, replacing the previous 4.5-inch units. While there are only 3 VX models offered in Australia, 2 with 3-cylinder power and 1 with 4-cylinder power, in the US there are 7 VX models to choose from, 5 with the super efficient TR1 3-cylinder engine, and 2 powered by the new 1.9 litre 4-cylinder engine. Given the 3-cylinder versions of the VX are equipped with the same 70 litre or 18.5 US gallon fuel tank as bigger models in the Yamaha WaveRunner lineup, the 3-cylinder versions of the VX have impressive fuel range. Here are the prices for the 2025 VX series in Australia. Here are the US prices. In the Yamaha VX range, we reckon the Cruiser is the pick, the one powered by the super efficient 1050cc 3-cylinder engine rather than the new 1.9 litre 4-cylinder engine. With a 70 litre or 18.5 US gallon fuel tank, the VX will run all day for most riders. We would only choose the 1.9 litre 4-cylinder if you want to tow people in a tube or ride with 3 people on board the craft, which could still be a bit of a handful on this mid-sized ski. Storage in the centre console and in the bow is fair for this size of craft. The hull is made from heavy-duty SMC fiberglass, yet shares its DNA with Yamaha's race-winning GP hull. The Yamaha VX is a comfortable and very easy craft to manoeuvre with precise handling. Downsides? Sadly, there's no adjustable trim on this model, otherwise it'd be close to perfect. The Sea-Doo GTX 170 is Sea-Doo's entry point into the large watercraft class and one of the most underrated models on sale today. The GTX 170 tends to be overshadowed by its Sea-Doo siblings, the Fish Pro and Explorer Pro, which share the same platform. But we still reckon the GTX 170 is an absolute gem. It's equipped with the 170 horsepower non-supercharged version of Sea-Doo's popular 1630cc 3-cylinder engine. The Sea-Doo GTX 170 makes it back onto our top 10 list for 2025 because it is a triumph of industrial design. The clever top deck and one-piece lift-up console with the handlebars for easy access to the bow storage area makes Sea-Doo's ST3 platform the most user-friendly ski on the market today. Downsides? The shape of the bow is better suited to flat water or medium chop rather than really rough conditions. When the going gets tough, the Sea-Doo tends to bow hunt and it's not as predictable or as comfortable to ride as the Yamaha FX or Kawasaki Ultra. But the GTX 170 is super economical, comfortable to ride in calm waters, and it has the best ergonomics in the business. Here is the price for the 2025 Sea-Doo GTX 170 in Australia. And here is the US pricing. The Yamaha FX HO WaveRunner is Yamaha's entry point into the large personal watercraft class. This model received a new 1.9 litre 4-cylinder engine and a larger instrument display for 2024, which carries into 2025. Yamaha has also fitted larger 6.5-inch audio speakers up from the previous 4.5-inch units. And the touchscreen now has 3 display modes: Classic, Modern and Sport. Here are the prices for the 2025 Yamaha FX HO series in Australia. Here are the US prices. The infotainment system can be configured with maps and can help you make or take calls and text messages via tiny microphones on top of the center console. From 2022 onwards, the FX hull was upgraded to heavy-duty SMC fiberglass rather than lightweight Nano XL. The Yamaha FX has the single largest bow storage in the jet ski market today, after Kawasaki reduced the size of the front storage area in the latest Ultra series. And although the Sea-Doo ST3 top deck has easier access to bow storage, it too has less space than the bow in the current Yamaha FX. An upgrade that was introduced in 2022 and which continues today, the latest Yamaha FX series has a bigger glove box than before, as well as charging ports and a rubber holster for smartphones. Indeed, the current Yamaha FX has the largest glove box in the jet ski market today. The large rear deck is designed to accommodate Yamaha's optional range of rec deck accessories. There is trim adjustment to better handle rough chop, and a reverse trigger for easy low-speed manoeuvrability. The 70 litre or 18.5 US gallon fuel tank delivers good riding range, though the filler cap is on the nose, which makes it difficult to refuel when on the water. After earlier Yamaha FX models had low fuel warning buzzers that triggered way too early, even though the tank was more than half full, and the fuel used trip meter cleared itself every time the engine was switched off, Yamaha has had a software fix for this since 2024, which carries on to 2025 models. The Sea-Doo Fish Pro Sport is one of the most popular skis on the market today and is a favourite at Watercraft Zone for its genius practicality and turnkey approach to fishing off a jet ski. It comes with a 51 litre or 13.5 US gallon cooler box, fishing rod holders, a navigation unit, an extended rear deck to attach extra fuel bladders, scuff guards to avoid scratching the edges of the top deck, as well as Sea-Doo's temperamental debris removal system. The super cool blue and white colour scheme of the Fish Pro Sport is now in its 4th year, having launched in 2022. But we reckon that's a good thing because new colour schemes at model year changeovers can date a craft very quickly. With consistent colour schemes from year to year, buyers can pick up a bargain as dealers clear old stock. And your previous model year ski still looks like the latest model. The Sea-Doo Fish Pro Trophy also carries over its shark grey and bright orange colour scheme for the 4th year in a row. Compared to the Fish Pro Sport, the Trophy gains a pop-up swivel seat, dual batteries, a live bait well, claw anchor, widescreen VIP digital dash, and a touchscreen Garmin navigation unit rather than the fiddly button controls on the Sport. Here are the prices for the Sea-Doo Fish Pro Sport and Trophy in Australia. Here are the US prices. In case you're wondering, we have covered the new for 2025 flagship Sea-Doo Fish Pro Apex Edition with the supercharged 300 horsepower motor in other videos which you can find on our YouTube channel. Search for our 2025 Sea-Doo range preview video and our 2025 fishing jet ski preview video for more information on the Sea-Doo Fish Pro Apex Edition. Meantime, downsides on the Fish Pro Sport and Trophy? As with other Sea-Doo models using this platform, the Fish Pro Sport and Trophy, and for that matter the Apex Edition, which shares the same hull, is better suited to flat water or medium chop rather than rough conditions. And the large footwells can fill up with water when you come to a sudden stop, though a quick blast of the throttle empties them pretty quickly. We love this ski, and we can see why Sea-Doo has expanded the capability of this platform to include the next model in our lineup that rounds out our top 10 list for 2025. The Sea-Doo Explorer Pro was a new model for 2023 and established a new segment in the personal watercraft market. It carried over unchanged into 2024 and now into 2025, and we reckon that's a good thing. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. The Sea-Doo Explorer Pro is a great ski for anyone wanting to embark on long rides, set up camp overnight, or just go on a picnic. The 170 horsepower non-supercharged 1630cc 3-cylinder Rotax engine carries over the same as before. In 2024 and again in 2025, Sea-Doo has added the option of a supercharged 230 horsepower engine for this model, for anyone who wants to get to their destination a little quicker and who isn't as worried about fuel economy. The Explorer Pro 170 shares the same top deck, hull and engine as the Sea-Doo Fish Pro Sport and Fish Pro Trophy. But it gets a heap of extras such as the windshield, a second storage rack on the rear deck, dock tie rails on the bow, and of course the unique Explorer Pro colour scheme. Here are the prices for the 2025 Sea-Doo Explorer range in Australia. Here are the US prices. Out of the two Explorer Pro options, we reckon the 170 horsepower version is the better choice because it delivers longer riding range thanks to its better fuel efficiency. But if you have the need for speed, there is now at least the option of supercharged power. It's worth noting both the 170 and 230 Explorer Pro models are identical except for the engine. The Explorer Pro is based on Sea-Doo's ST3 hull and deck design that was originally introduced in late 2017 as a 2018 model year. Although the platform for the Sea-Doo Explorer Pro is now 8 years old, it's still in a niche of its own, as no one has manufactured a jet ski like this before. While the windshield stops some water spray, it's primarily designed to deflect wind chill on winter rides. Depending on the configuration, with the extended rear deck and the new detachable cargo platform, you can attach up to 5 of Sea-Doo's 15 litre or 4 US gallon fuel caddies. When you include the standard 70 litre fuel tank in the nose, plus a maximum of 5 15 litre fuel bladders on the back, you can more than double the fuel capacity to a total of 145 litres. In US measurements, that's an 18.5 US gallon fuel tank in the craft itself, plus up to 5 examples of the 4 US gallon fuel bladders on the back, for a total capacity of 38.5 US gallons. In our experience, that would deliver a total riding range of more than 300 kilometres or almost 190 miles, depending on your cruising speed, water conditions and wind direction. Even without extra fuel on board, the Sea-Doo Explorer Pro's standard 70 litre or 18.5 US gallon fuel tank delivers a maximum cruising range of 140 kilometres or 85 miles when used economically in ideal conditions. Other handy features: the Sea-Doo Explorer Pro has height and tilt adjustable steering and is available with Sea-Doo's 7.8-inch digital VIP instrument display. The top-end factory-fitted 7-inch Garmin touchscreen is the same unit installed on the Sea-Doo Fish Pro Trophy. And the Explorer comes with Sea-Doo's reverse thrust debris removal system called IDF. After some initial gremlins and hardware changes, we are back to being cautious about Sea-Doo's IDF setup after becoming aware of a number of failures on well-maintained skis. Our preference would be for Sea-Doo to offer more models without IDF, or come up with a more affordable way to remove this technology on models that are already equipped with it. When Sea-Doo's IDF debris removal system fails, the engine still runs, but the craft loses all drive in forward or reverse, so you need to be towed back to the boat ramp or grab a paddle. That rounds out Watercraft Zone's top 10 jet skis for 2025 for first timers and anyone new to the sport. As always, please hit like if you've enjoyed this video, subscribe to this channel so we can grow our jet ski community. Also be sure to check out the other videos on our YouTube channel that cover the latest models from Sea-Doo, Yamaha WaveRunner and Kawasaki Jet Ski. Thanks for watching.